Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Oates are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go from downtown Minneapolis. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. He'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
Downfield by Jefferson. And he will score. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. And look at this. The extra point is blocked. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. Hooker going to work from the pistol. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Hooker. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Lions first down. To throw, Hooker. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and Does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
A run. And here's Mason. And he'll get about 5.
Jordan Mason, ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
So, from 37, here's second down and 5. On play action, here's McCarthy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run. This is Mason. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be fourth down. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And that'll set up fourth down. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down as this defense can't come up with the play they need. They surrender a gain of 17 on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That's complete to Mason. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. The Lions call their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Vikings move out in front 13-3. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
their own 20-yard line.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He'll bring this up to the 22. Jalen Carlisle is there on the stop.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Hooker. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. Lions ball to begin this second quarter as they've got it 3rd and 9 to begin. Here's Hooker. And that is incomplete. Isaac Tisla was the intended target. And now it's 4th down. The Lions will punt this ball away. That's Jalen Naylor back to return. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground is Mason. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. Gordon Mason, touchdown Vikings. Riker, good with the extra point. The Vikings add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Wright. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
2nd down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Catch is made. That is Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st down, Lions.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Detroit.
And the Lions 1st and
Throwing is Hooker. That's over the middle and Intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Riker now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings are able to extend the lead. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And third down coming up. Now, Hooker. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a huge play for Detroit. 31 yards. They'll come up here, first and 10. Hooker to throw. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they
carry that ball loosely, and it is out. The Vikings have got him.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it, and the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. They'll come up here on second down and 5. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll get this up to the 44 to Devian Clowney there in run support. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Now here's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line to Devian Clowney there in run support.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He's going to have a Vikings first down. Won't be by much. He needed 3. He got 3. With the Marseilles first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 tight.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Exiting the pocket right. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
Gain of 4 brings up third and 6.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out. Bounds. Wow. Big, tight, and I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Ty Felton, the intended receiver that time. It's second down. To throw, it's McCarthy. To the goal line and in. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Will Riker down on for the extra point. It's up and through. The Vikings stretch things out even further. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And it will finally be taken down. That would have been a way to end this half, but either way, we have come to the end of this first half of play. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go. Through the end zone, it's a touchback. Goff going to throw here on first and 10. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Here we go.
We'll go play action with Goff. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going for the air.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up fourth down.
And he's not the type of quarterback that wants to play off script. He wants to operate within the rhythm and the timing of the offense. But with them flooding the back end, he ultimately has no choice but just take what he can on the ground. And now they find themselves staring at a fourth down.
They'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Oh, big hole left side. And he will go all the way. Time Felton. Touchdown, Vikings. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Riker it out now, following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That pass. And now he loses the football. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The Lions take over 1st
The
and 10.
Lions called their first time out And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Now Gibbs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
After that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He's got his man complete. That's to Slav. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
1st down, Detroit.
Here we go, check him up. Check him out.
They hand it to Gibbs. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Got his man at the 6. And he's in! Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats. Makes mom and dad happy, but Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight. That's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the 3rd quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
Up the middle they go. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Cowboy 8, check go.
They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Vikings, 1st down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
On the ground, it's Mason to start the 4th. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Come on, set. Cougar 19.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. They'll power ahead with Ham, the fullback. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Out of the gun, here's a run at the gut. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first two runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go!
On third and goal, they'll run for it. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up fourth down. On fourth down, it's Will Reichard time for this Viking field goal. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. Reichard had the field goal a moment ago. Back out now to kick this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run it to the right here with Gibbs. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's a give to Gibbs on the zone read. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
On the play. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's taken in. And he's going to have the Lions first down. They convert in style. Huge play on fourth and long.
And the Lions first down.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
76, tell him. 76, like 20. Like 20.
Here's Goff. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Dallas Turner. He gets into drop-in. It's a loss of 8. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. To to throw is Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Jalen Redmond. He's in for the sack, and it will lead to 4th and very long. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on 4th down. What a stand.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So a win.